Hi there, and welcome to Thrilled to Build. We're going to be looking at the 2017 ATV Race Team set. This is a pretty cool little set. It's got some really neat little things. It could actually be broken down into almost two sets if you really wanted to think about it with the ATVs. If you wanted to sell those as a set by themselves, you kind of could, but they put it together with the trucks, so it looks pretty cool. We're going to break it down here and look at it all in detail here in a second, so let's kind of look at that real quick here. As I mentioned before, the ATVs could have been broke down and made into their own little sets and kind of given away as bags or a set amongst themselves. They're pretty simple little builds, just with little fender elements up front, and then they have the handlebar sections, and then their regular little wheels with axles. They do have one element that could be kind of substituted and used elsewhere. They have, if you see right up underneath the handlebar as I bring it around there, there's a translucent red 1x2, and I know they use that in the back also for the tail lights. So if you wanted to use a different one, if you wanted to use just a solid 1x2 element and use that somewhere else in your collection, that'd be kind of good to use that for something else, because I know those are pretty hard to come by elements. So I'd probably take those out and substitute those somewhere else. But these are really neat little builds, and I know that they had three-wheelers at one time, but I know three-wheelers aren't common machines anymore, so it's kind of nice they have four-wheelers. Now, they do have four-wheelers out also nowadays that are a little more complex than these, but for being what they are with this set, they're still pretty cool little builds. Let's move on to the truck and take a look at what it looks like now. It's a pretty cool set for what it is, too. I really like what the truck looks like on this set. There is no doubt what brand truck they tried to replicate right here, and aside from the tailgate being missing, cut out on this thing, I mean, you can spot on tell what brand truck this is. For copyright reasons, I'm not going to say the brand, but in the comments you can obviously post what you think this is. So, anyway, they did a pretty good job on this. The only thing it's missing is there are no doors on this truck, but aside from that, I think they did pretty good on it. I wish they had put some 1x1 clear elements on the mirrors along with those clip-ons, but besides that, I think the truck looks pretty cool. I like how they have the elements there with the decals on them. Those look really neat. Now, if you come around here to the back, as I mentioned where the ATVs are, you see some of those translucent red 1x2 flat bricks. You could take those off, or that one off those ATVs, like I was saying. And you have these ramps right here. I'll show you these. These ramps fold down on the back. And then that's where you could actually load the ATVs up on. So that's kind of nice how those come up and down. And they come up and down real nice. They're not the clickable elements or anything like that. They just come up and down real good. And the ATVs will fit right in there just perfect. I'll put one in there for you so you can see that. Okay, and that fits in just fine. There's no room or anything for it to move around. It goes in there just perfect. So it's great how that fits in there. Okay, then you have the windshield on the back so you can see in and out of. Okay, and then you have the center area there so you have the center so the ATV won't move around a lot or anything. Now we can take the top off the truck, and that's how you can get your minifigure in and out. The steering wheel is actually centered in there. I'll take the top off here so you can see that. Okay, and now what it's held on with that hinge brick. You can see right here, there's a hinge brick that actually holds that the top of that plate on so it doesn't go into the back. And then we can just take the minifigure out right here. And there we go, we'll just put this back on. So that in short is what the truck looks like. But it's a really cool looking little truck. So let's move on, and we're going to check out the trailer now. Okay, now here we are to the trailer. Now, the trailer, it's got some pros and cons. I will say that. I like the wheels. The wheels are nice. The tires are really cool on this thing. I like how it has the spare tire right here for the ATV. That's really nice how that has that there. It's got the place over here on the other side where you can have the wrench That's nice where it holds on that. I wish that they had put some tiles right here, so you could, if you wanted to have that smooth, that'd been nice there. If you turn it around here, you can see where, I'll rotate it around this way for the camera's sake, so you can see that, where the ramps fold down on the back. They fold down, they're just held on by a simple bar on the back, and they just come down, and then you can just roll your ATV up on the back. Okay, no big deal there, and it's centered on there because it's got the self-centering area there. Okay, now the trailer does have tail lights on it, but the problem with it is they are actually hidden. There's no way possible that you can see them because they are, if you turn it over here to the side, they're actually behind this bar, so there's no possible way for them to be seen. It's kind of a redundancy issue. There's no way for them to be actually seen right there. If my camera get back in focus there, you can see that. There's no way for them to be visible there. So it's kind of like they're pointless almost. That's the only real con to this trailer. There's no point in them having those elements back there for the taillights. So I kind of think the trailer could have been done a little bit better on this, but you know, it is what it is. For the value of the set, it's still not bad. Let's go ahead and check the minifigures out. Here the minifigures are with this set. Now what's cool about them is they both came with helmets also, since they are a racing team. Now you have the female on one side and you have the mechanic on the other side, and if we rotate them on around here, you can also see that they have stuff on the back of their shirts as well. So you get some pretty good minifigures with this. Now neither one of these have dual expressions, so you know that is one of the downfalls to them, but it's fine because they win every time. Alright, well here it is on the road and about ready to race, so I hope you enjoyed my review here on Thrilled to Build, and if you did, I hope you'll click on that subscribe button down below and check out my other reviews. It's been a pleasure having you here. Thanks a lot.